Greetings, fellow gift certificates. Tiki here,
And Jacob Wile too.
and
Not the
welcome to another thrilling installment of Tiki's Universe. It's the show where we go over all kinds of different cartoons in the animation landscape, including Steven Universe, including this show, and coming soon, Milo Murphy's Law, and coming even farther away than that, but eventually DuckTales, a woohoo. But we're not here to talk about any of that tonight, Jacob. We're here to talk about Gift of the Card. It is the latest episode that was dropped for Star vs. Forces of Evil. Just came out yesterday. What were your overall impressions of this one, Jacob?
It was a good one. I really like the basic idea of this of a killer gift card.
It's just basically like, hey, you think you're friends? All right, well, you want to put your friendship to the ultimate test, to the ultimate, like, deadly, high-stakes, like, Hunger Games-esque test? Then get this gift card. Get this gift card right here.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, so we see, we get him some interesting plot development where, what's her name? Miss Heinous.
Yeah, Miss Heinous.
Now she is someone who ran St. Olga's, I want to say, right?
Yep, she ran St. Olga. She was the previous headmistress of that school
Gotcha.
Who at the end of the original, who near the end of that episode was able to have you had to have those club markings on her cheeks.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And now vowed to destroy those two. Sorry, Marco. Doesn't matter what she does to the blonde one, but destroy the blonde one, the brunette.
Poor Marco.
She wants to kill Marco probably because he's the one who started the revolution.
Of course. But we get to meet this interesting new character who may or may not be a relative of Taffy's, but one thing's for sure, he struggles with getting a chainsaw to work.
That was hilarious. I mean, I was wondering, wait, what's he doing with that chainsaw? What's the... oh, come on. And then he's like, that's not dimensional scissors, that's a dimensional chainsaw.
Yeah, which is awesome. Like, just taking the dimensions, taking a chainsaw to dimensions. I mean, come on, that's just badass right there.
I was like, okay, that's badass.
Oh, God. Okay.
I mean, you have to admit that is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Dimensional chainsaw.
All right, there's some brief stuff going on with the sidekick to Miss Heinous. Oh, Miss Heinous, it's been so long since I've ate.
And then she gives him money for, it's not for food, it's my hair.
Okay, meanwhile, we get Star and Jana still hanging out. I really like this. I really like how this show can kind of, have dynamics just naturally evolve out of an episodic format. That's really cool to me.
Yeah, and then for whatever reason, they're going through Marco's wallet. Yeah.
There's a weird shaky card, which turns out to be a Quest Buy gift card.
Which Star got for Marco for their friend-iversary or whatever.
The 6 months friend-iversary, yes.
Yeah.
If you don't use it, it'll expire, Marco.
I mean, it's not like he can go to Quest Buy by himself.
Right. The last time we went to Quest Buy, I almost got killed.
Well, they both almost got killed.
Sure.
But it's not like he can go there by himself.
But then I love how Star gives him, I have in my notes written down, video game diamond puppy dog eyes. That's the only way I can describe it. They're little pixelated, video game, 8-bit diamonds in the form of puppy dog eyes.
She's the master of those puppy dog eyes.
So I love how they just leave Jana just chilling in the house. She's just laters.
And she still has Marco's wallet.
Of course. God knows what she can do with that.
Well, you know what else she has, which we'll find out later on in the episode.
Okay, so it's a race against time because Marco can't make up his mind on what to buy, and they have until midnight.
But what happens if the card expires? They do as well.
Yep.
Because Star, when Star bought it for their friend anniversary, she was obviously thinking of Marco when she did that. She's thinking of him, but then what better way to think of it to sign a contract without reading it first? That will lead to both of them dying if it's not used.
Hey man, everyone's got to die sometime, bro. You know, it's all in the contract. I love
Yeah,
how
but
nonchalant the sloth employees are about it.
it's like, that's not my department. It's, you say customer service. Yeah, I have to take down that sign.
By the way, I'm sorry, I have to point this out. First Slothmaster on Super Academy, then Flash from Zootopia, and now these guys. It's like, what the hell, man? Pop culture is suddenly exploding with sloths.
I have no idea. But yeah, that's basically
And
the
of
idea.
course, Sid the Sloth in Ice Age like 6, but whatever. We don't care about that movie, do we?
Well, the first one was good,
Yeah. Anyways,
but as I was saying, that's basically the idea behind the card. When it expires, they do as well. They're like, it's like I didn't read the fine print. Star, you always read the fine print.
and I do kind of like the anxiety that Marco has here, where it's like, and I get this way too. It's like, you know, especially if someone gives you a gift card, it's like there's pressure. Like that pressure is basically just like, oh, hey, you know, all the pressure about me buying you an awesome gift. Well, now I'm going to put that pressure onto you, and you're going to have to buy something awesome with the gift card I gave you. So, that is my gift. I give you the gift of pressure, sure, sir.
But in this case, at least most of the time, it doesn't involve, you know, a gift card coming to life to kill you.
I mean, most of the time, you know, Jacob. I mean, we've all had that bad holiday present here or there, you know, that led to some horrific incidents. I'm sure we all have that memory in our past, but naturally. But yeah, but you're right. Most of the time, we're not in that situation.
But yeah, he's kind of justifiably mad at Star.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know, for giving him a card that could kill them both. I'd be like, I don't know what I'd be like. I probably would like. I'd be kind of mad too.
Yeah, I'd be a little pissed, especially if it's just like, okay, so you're saying like I'm going to die, as in this is essentially like you putting a hit out on me, but for our friendship.
Yeah, well, it's obvious Star didn't do it intentionally, so that's probably why he didn't hold it against him.
But again, I kind of love the running gag with Marco in this episode, just like, and you thought this would be a good idea to buy this? Why?
I mean, it was just Star trying to be a good friend as usual.
Sure.
I mean, obviously she didn't have any ill intentions.
Of course.
Which is a good sign. Obviously, I don't think she obviously wouldn't want to. Obviously, she wouldn't do it if she knew she was gonna die too.
But still, Star, just read the fine print. You know, let this be a lesson learned.
Yeah, seriously, she's going to do that a lot when she becomes queen.
Oh God, exactly. Oh dear.
Can you imagine what would happen if she did do that when she was queen?
Oh boy, yeah.
The kingdom would be even worse than the first day with her wand.
So many innocent people dead. So many innocent lives lost.
Yeah.
Okay. Just like the Twinkle Light fiasco of '89.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm sorry.
Okay. Then sooner or later, this guy, I forget what the giant guy, I forget his name.
I haven't Disaster Vein.
Well, I think he has like a very long name.
Yeah, he has a very long name, but I think Disaster Vein is like right at the end.
Rassicor Chaosis Disaster Vein.
Rassicor.
Yeah, let's just call him Disaster Vein.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Yeah, that's his full name. Rassicor whatever. Disaster Vein. Let's just call him that. He comes to the house.
Uh-huh.
Finds Jana still looking through the wall, and she's completely unfazed by this giant. She's completely unfazed by this giant lizard thing holding a chainsaw.
Oh God!
I mean, like, what has she seen that we're to that point where that doesn't scare her?
That girl has seen a lot that I don't want to know about, Jacob.
I mean, she's seen Glossrix.
Oh God! Exactly.
I mean, she's had to feed Glossric pudding.
But I love how she has to clarify which of the quest buy locations.
He's like, which one?
Oh, never mind. I got it. Gosh, some help you were. Totally banging.
And then she's like, loser. She's like, whatever. And she's just still casually looking through Marco's wallet. Does he know like it's normal? Like it's a normal thing to do.
Okay, so let's see. Let's kind of start to wrap this up a little bit.
Well, yeah, they're Marco and Star in a panic, looking for the perfect gift.
And then Marco sees the
Privacy wallet.
Yeah, the privacy wallet. I'm not picky. I'm just highly selective, Star.
That's kind of synonymous.
But the privacy wallet is definitely up Marco's alley.
Yeah. So people stop snooping in his wallet.
Oh, it's got thumbprint locks.
Yes. Yeah, little good that does him.
But unfortunately, that's the display model, and the sloth very begrudgingly checks and sees that they're out of stock.
All the while, Disaster Vein attacks.
Sure.
Does Star even try to magic him away?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and rewatch. I think he just kind of takes him by surprise, and of course, the great thing about him showing up is that there's already such a ticking clock element to it without him even involved in the episode.
Yeah.
So I feel like his presence just kind of turns everything into a panic to a certain extent.
Even more so than it already was.
Sure. Anyways.
Like, do you have it in plum?
Oh God.
Yeah. So. And so like that's when before they're able to run the card, and they actually get back to the customer service department. They actually run the card. Actually, before they can even do that, Disaster Vein arrives, ready to strike them down. And then the card comes to life. The card that was actually started chasing them earlier, it completely evaporates him.
Yes, just completely. Just no more Disaster Vein.
I mean, like, he cut it away, and it just came back and like annihilated him. I'm like, damn. I mean,
Right.
I mean, that card did that to Disaster Vein. Imagine what they could do to Star and Marco.
Right.
I mean, like, they introduced this character, and they just kill him off like that. I mean, dang.
And he was a badass, man. He freaking cut dimensions with a chainsaw, bro.
Yeah, manly, more manly than scissors.
But turns out once Disaster Vein is defeated, they actually do have the wallet, but they don't have it in plum. They have it in Russian blue.
Which Marco's fine with, probably because of the whole switching colors thing from last time.
Of course. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Good call.
I don't know if that's intentional, like I said.
It's my favorite color, even more than plum.
And possibly even more than red.
Oh God. Okay, so that completes the transaction. Thank God.
In which Marco and Star share an embrace before they're terminated.
Which is a nice moment.
Yeah, and they're like, and he's basically like, if I die, I'm gonna do it. I want them to know I died with a friend.
Aww.
and I think Star's actually moved to tears a little bit by that.
She is. Yeah. And Dragon, I'm sorry. Jacob, I'm sorry. But I don't know. I'm predicting that Star and Marco are going to get together like maybe season 3 at the latest at this point.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, I think it's coming. I think Starco is full-fledged. I think the Starco moment is real.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that.
Anyways.
I mean, I'm kind of excited to see that personally. I mean, I don't know why.
Okay, so what happens with the thumbprint lock?
Well, what happens is like they finally succeed. They get home, and then like Marco's talking like, "Hey, I feel like trying to get in that one," but then Janet gets it open.
Because she's got all of this sensitive information, including, I'm assuming, like social security numbers, thumbprints, probably like samples of saliva and hair. And
he's like, "Oh, come on!" She really took that to the next level. I mean, at first it was just house keys. Now she has all that.
Right. Exactly.
How did she even get all this information?
Just when Jana was starting to become like somewhat chill, you know what I mean?
Because she has all of Marco's personal.
Oh God. Okay, and then how do we end things out, Jacob? What's the cliffhanger?
The body of the Miss Heinous' servant returns a box to her,
Oh yeah.
containing all that is left of Disaster Vein, his hand.
Da da
And then
da.
she vowed revenge on them both.
So good stuff. Good stuff. I think that okay. Just want to mention one thing: is
Yeah.
Disaster Vein related to Taffy at all?
It's not really known yet. I mean, they're both lizards and
They're both lizards. They're both very classy. They both kind of have the same kind of design to them.
except Disaster Vein is more brutal and up in your
Of
face.
course, of course.
They both lost arms.
So I think there's an interesting amount to go on. I mean, I definitely think this episode.
I mean, it could be just a coincidence.
Sure. I definitely think this episode. It's not quite as fun as the Truth or Dare episode, but it's up there. It's good, and I think that the two episodes are very well paired together this week.
Plus, it kind of emphasized how strong their friendship actually is.
Definitely. So we got a couple interesting bits of character development to chew on. I think it's kind of interesting that they're kind of teeter-tottering a little bit with Jana. I think they're kind of building something with Jana where she's going to be close to Star, to Marco's dismay. I like that direction they're going with that. And then, of course, Star probably having a crush on Marco, most likely.
She's conflicted between Marco and Oscar.
Uh-huh. Where is the story going to go now that Jackie Lynn Thomas knows of Marco's affections? Who knows? But there's a lot of kind of loose ends. Now we know that St. Olga's is coming for Star and Marco full force. We know that there's other lizard creatures out here besides Taffy, and God knows what Ludo's doing. So,
with the cord,
Jacob, I really think I'm impressed with just how many like little plot lines this show's been weaving. I think season 2 has been doing a tremendous job of doing standalone episodes that still kind of advance the narrative from week to week.
Yeah, but I have to agree there. I just hope they doesn't become too overcrowded.
Right, but I don't know. I like we're not even halfway through the season yet, so they have a lot of time to tie back a lot of the storylines together.
I know I'm true. I'm just I know that's true. I mean, I know. I'm just all I'm saying is that they could introduce too many plot lines at once, like too many too early kind of thing.
Fair enough, but
and not have anything to go on in the future.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We've kind of seen that with other shows before, so let's hope it doesn't fall into that trap. I don't think it will, though. I think they're being smart about it.
So who knows? Maybe the next episode will just be like fun filler stuff.
Who knows? But Jacob, any final thoughts about this week's bunch of episodes?
Very well bunched and probably some of the best episodes of this season.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely, and just taking some. This is like the ultimate example of taking a simple premise to the extreme.
Okay, so the next episode is going to be Frenemies and Is Mystery.
No, it's not frenemies, it's friend enemies.
Oh, friend enemies. Okay,
yeah,
thank you.
That's the name of the episode. I'm not making this up. Look at it. It's called
Friend Enemies. No, you're right. Friend Enemies and Is Mystery. I have no idea what Is Mystery means, but
well, I actually remember some basic synopsis of them. Friend Enemies involves the return of Tom.
Oh, okay, that should be interesting. Because last time we saw Tom, Marco kind of, maybe didn't get a friendship going with Tom, but maybe got a begrudging, they're able to be in the same room without killing each other, which is a step in the right direction at least.
but this time he actually comes looking for Marco, not Star.
Oh boy.
And his mystery involves Buff Frog.
Oh yeah, another Buff Frog episode. Yeah.
Apparently, according to the synopsis I read, it might be completely false, but according to what I read about him, is that it involves he searches why there's a hole in the force field.
Oh, okay. So it sounds like Buff Frog might be another kind of player in this whole thing. Interesting.
So you might discover Ludo for all we know.
Who knows? Yeah. Okay, Jacob. Well, I'd say that's about it. Folks, we are kind of running a little bit behind on our Wander Over Yonder vlogs. I apologize. It's been a good few weeks since we've done one. Definitely want to get back on track with that. In the meantime, Jacob, I would say we're going to review the first 2 episodes of Milo Murphy's Law. After that, Jacob, I would say let's do the speculation podcast that you were kind of asking me about earlier. I would say the speculation would work best after I have a little bit of a sense of what the series is. So Milo Murphy's Law is coming very soon, though. So
next week.
What?
The third.
Yeah, right. So definitely stay tuned. We'll be kind of it'll be exciting, Jacob, covering a bunch of stuff all at once.
And if you want to check it out, it's on iTunes.
Yeah, I know. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for it to actually premiere.
I was also referring. I was also talking to the fans.
Of course.
For all you watching out there, there's an episode on iTunes waiting for you.
Just waiting, just sitting there.
Yeah. But check it out. It's a pretty interesting show.
Okay, folks. Well, thanks for watching, and tune in next week when things get a little weird and a little wild once again. And by the way, these
killer gift cards.
And these 2 episodes suck because Glossaric wasn't in them. That's it. That's all I have to say.